We're getting better. We got a lot of volume in. I think they're a little saturated, but they're getting better every day. I've been very pleased.
Is that a position that really flourishes once the pads go on? There's some contact and they can kind of bounce off tackles?
I think the game slows down for them once they get comfortable with all the calls and all the signals. It slows down and they'll continue to get better.
You have a player like James with his resume. You know, how do you kind of handle a guy like that in a camp like this? I mean, is it just like everybody else?
No, a guy like that, you give him all he needs. You know he's a good player. No one forgot he rushed for almost 1,800 yards last year, so we know he's a good player. You got to give him enough to get ready, and then you got to give all those other guys enough reps to get them developed.
What kind of things have you said to him to maybe enhance his game a little bit?
Well, you know, we just talk about being a pro. You know, we talk about pro players, and we just teach football. We go in there, we talk about who we're reading, you know, points of aims, tempos, securing the ball, pass protection, just overall football stuff.
Is ball security something that he's focusing on?
He needs to. This whole team needs to focus on ball security. That's something, you know, if we secure a few balls last year, we win another couple ball games. So that's important for every football team.
You know, even beyond James, you know, just kind of looking at guys like James, where am I going to be? What have you guys, you know, even from when you took over, what kind of progress have you noticed from these guys, you know, just about a month till the season?
All those guys have progressed really well. You know, their overall knowledge is better. They got a little bit better understanding of what my expectations are, and they're just, you know, I'm just trying to bring them along, trying to get all of them to be the best complete back they can be.
Darren Hall looking like a freshman, or is he looking like a guy who's been around?
Like a freshman. Yesterday, he looked like he might be a guy that could play a lot for us this year, and today he looked like, I don't know. So, again, he's saturated along with everybody else. These other guys have at least heard these plays, or some of these plays, during the spring. This is his first time hearing them. So I've been really pleased with how he's learned and his effort.
Rashid is a guy who has mostly been relegated to third downs in the past, and he's been productive when he gets the ball. Do you still see him in that kind of role, or do you think he can kind of branch out from there?
Well, we're trying to eliminate role players. We're trying to get our players to be complete players, and then once we start getting in the game plan, then we'll give guys roles. But right now, we just want everybody just to learn everything we're doing, understand the concepts, and just play as hard as they can possibly play.
Chris James got some play last year. What have you seen out of him this
I've been
week?
very pleased with Chris. Chris has probably, from the spring to now, made more improvements than anybody. He's really locked in. He's all in what he's doing, and he's running the ball hard. And there's a couple specific things I've talked to Chris about. We'll keep between the two of us that he really needs to work on. I can see him really doing that.
Does he have all-around kind of skills? I mean, can he catch? Can he block?
He's got pretty good ball skills. He's strong enough to block. Those things you have to work on. He's a young kid, and most guys don't do that in high school. So he's got to continue to get better at those skills.
The coaches excited when the pads go on.
I'm sorry?
The coaches get more excited when the pads go on.
I get excited every day. I can't speak for everybody else, but every day I come in here, I'm excited to go coach and teach.
Just real quick, you have the other hat, of course, special teams coordinator. Just kind of overall, how's that been this week? Are you just kind of finding your guys, or what's your approach?
Well, we've got a way of selecting guys. We've got a blueprint of how we select guys, whether it be body types, whether it be speed and all those things. And we had the opportunity to install some things this spring, and right now we're just going back and just really working on fundamentals. What we do on special teams is really simple. First thing you got to do is you got to be a good technician. That's how you win with techniques and fundamentals. So we're concentrating on that. We'll move into another phase next week where we'll start getting more in the schemes.
When you're selecting guys for the coverage units, does Coach Narduzzi put any limits on, you can only have X number of starters from
no
offense,
limits.
defense?
No limits.
Like
no limits.
You can have whoever you want.
No limits. I'm always conscious of how many plays guys are playing. I try to limit starters on too many units, but I can use anybody on the team on special teams.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Coach James.
Take care.